Hey guys, just kind of looking down on some of the damage done from the Mother's Day Crash Fest. We did not have a good day flying that day. Things that really shouldn't have gone wrong did go wrong, and then I made a couple of mistakes too, but in all honesty, most of them weren't my fault. The Mustang, it needed to be a little bit more square, I guess, because it had such a roll to it that I was not able to even compensate for it with the ailerons. The Jet, okay, again, not my fault, but check out how good a shape it is, man. My repair really held up pretty good. It's like, doggone, I bent the gear, that's about it. Everything else looks pretty darn straight. We do have to replace the motor in the back. You'll see that got pretty messed up. But I'm going to put the 12 blade high performance nice one in this thing anyway, and we'll use the existing ESC, so that's going to work out fine, and I can repair this. This is not a problem. Let's set this over here. I'll show you some of the other stuff here real quick. I won't take up too much of your time. The Goshawk, as bad as I thought it might be, whoops, well, we're dropping more pieces, but I'll pick that up, is actually a pretty clean brake. And I honestly got a feeling I'm going to be able to put this thing back together without a hitch. Even the steering servo still works. So you'll see this back in action again. I'm going to do something definitely different with the aileron setup. I don't like a long aileron like that with the pole in the middle. It gives it a weird twist, guys. We're going to divide that. I'm going to put ailerons out at the ends, separate servos. I might even put a flap system on in the middle and divide that big long flap up a little bit. But we're gonna set this jet up the way it should be, because inherently it should fly just fine. That's embarrassing. It's, you know, I should have had absolutely almost no movement on this, because it really super translates, and it just made it so twisty. So wasn't sure what I was going to get when I started with that one. Considering it didn't come with any instructions, any setups. I was told 100 millimeters back from the wing root. I had that, it was perfect, but and the plane took off. It looked like it was going to go okay until it got up in the air and came around, and when I went to try to make a little bit of a turn, it just started. You know, it was overdone. So elevator wise, we're going to do a little bit longer horn in this thing too, so I can get a little bit more throw than that, because it's not enough. It's enough for a nice smooth scale flight, but man, if you got to pull up or do anything aggressive, you need a little bit more than that. I could probably do a couple things here too to shorten those horns and get a little bit more throw that way too. The Zephyr, tough as nails. You know, I did the field repair on the spot, and believe it or not, that held up. And everything else is fine. Electronics are fine. The wing came off. But this thing has an inherent problem that came with, it was a Hobby King Durafly. But we'll pop that back on there. That's about a 5-minute fix. The most damage is here on this, and that's an easy repair as well. So everything else works pretty good. Oh, check this out. This is the one part I think you'll be a little impressed with. But hold on one second. I'm going to set the camera down. So it's a better view to see what I'm doing here. I'm going to turn my radio on, plug this Mustang in. Talk about a tough bird, guys. I mean, this thing has been crashed like 4 or 5 times bad, and like a Timex, she takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Look at, even the lights are still working. Got the lights on both wings, still working. I found the cap. I found all the parts to this thing, all the little pieces. And considering the way I repaired it, it's really still pretty rock solid, guys. I mean, that's not too bad considering how hard this plane crashed and you know, the way it looked when I found it. And I haven't done anything to it. This is just how it sits. The amplifier still works. The gear still retracts. Check this out. We still have rudder. The wheel, everything else back there. The retract doors, they still work. We still have elevator control. It's a little out of adjustment right now, but we can take care of that too. We have ailerons. All the servos seem like they're just fine, guys. Even flaps. But the sequencers, I mean, if I hit the gear switch, things are a little bit bound up here right now, but here, check out the motor. And the spinner survived. Lost 3 out of the 4 props, but the spinner actually survived this one. I'm surprised. It looks a little bit beat up in there. We'll have to check it for squareness, but really could have been a lot worse, man. It just goes to show every time you fix it and you repair it and you do a little bit more to it, it'll take a little bit more of abuse to destroy it again. All right, let's see, what did I miss? Oh, there was our sole survivor. Sole survivor, the one that came home in one piece, had nothing but, I did have the little drop, the little dork drop, but I'm not used to flying a real light crop duster like that, so I'll just have to remember that when I'm flying it in slow with flaps, I want to keep some throttle on. Otherwise, it just falls out of the sky. It'll do a tip drop real quick. All right, thanks for watching. Before I can play with the new toys like the P38 or the YF23 that's coming on, well, tomorrow, as a matter of fact, I better do some bench clearing here, huh? So, thank you for watching. This is the after crash report of the stuff that happened on Sunday. I hope you guys all had a nice Mother's Day. I still had a good time, you know, even when this stuff happens. And I apologize when I did start getting a little out of line on the field. You won't see me act like that very often. In fact, you will not happen to see me act like that again. You know, things happen, and I need to be able to take it with a grain of salt and not kick my transmitter across the field, not once, not twice, but what, 2 or 3 times? Shame on me. Okay? We're taking care of it anyway. I'm getting it replaced, but still. Alright, guys. Enough of your time, and check back soon. I'm going to be building that free wing, the P38. That's going to be a nice looking plane, guys. And I've got a pair of the Hobby King 3-watt Cree LED lights for it that I've been putting on some of my bigger planes. But I'm not sure if I'm going to... They're out of stock. I was going to get another set because I want to put lights on that what was it, the F-86 Sabre as well. So, might have to get another set when they come in. Well, I'll have to decide which ones go. But I do believe the P38 already has some lights. So we'll see what it looks like first. If it needs more, well, guess what? Take it easy, guys. Later.